Memes, something that has been around for quite some time now, evolving from simple images with text into things that are so complex that you kind of have to be chronically online to get without it being explained to you. Now, a lot of these you'll see on places like TikTok and Instagram Reels, the place I'll be focusing on the most, as it's the most relevant to this video. It's the one I use the most, barely ever get on TikTok. Sorry. There are still memes with just images and text to this day, and you will see those on places like Instagram Reels, normally with some kind of moving background, and then something at the bottom, like this, or this guy, or this guy, or this guy. Who is this guy, and why is he all over Instagram Reels? Now, when I first started seeing these a couple weeks ago, I didn't think too much of it. His face seemed vaguely familiar, but I really had no clue who he was. And yes, it started around a month ago, so maybe this video is a little late, but I think it still seems relevant. Now, after seeing him over and over and over and over, and in places where not only does it add nothing, but it just makes no sense, is around the time where I was really getting sick of it. Like, here's an example right here. True crime YouTubers talking about a real-life cold case. Lost media YouTubers talking about a recalled Shrek Burger King toy. Makes sense. Then you have him in the bottom with the text "me" right next to it, which seems to be a trend with these. And then him having a smile on his face that turns into a frown. How does that make sense? Why is this relevant? And I think that was a question a lot of other people were asking too. Like, I literally ended up seeing posts randomly where people were talking about how they were blocking like 80 of these accounts. And I did also see a comment from somebody saying that these accounts were getting paid to do this, which doesn't sound super unbelievable, but like, who would do that? So afterwards, I decided to just look it up to see what information I could get. And of course, the first thing that come up was a Reddit thread, as usual, on this post right here. You can read this if you want by just pausing, but I don't really need to for this video, I don't think. I'm just gonna get straight to this response that Emerald Hawk made on the post. Melstroy, real name Andriy Burim, is a Belarusian, probably butchered a lot of that, but kick streamer known for his quote-unquote trash streams, a type of Russian live streaming usually broadcast from parties that feature humiliation and violence. Yeah, kick streamers, known to have a good reputation. And his eccentric personality, well known online for being controversial, he was permanently banned from YouTube in October 2020 after he repeatedly slammed the head of model Alina Efremova into a table. Okay, so after reading that part, I did actually kind of recognize him after that, because I have seen that video, at least a small clip of it circulating around. The model was left bloodied after being beaten up in March 2024, a series of memes featuring the streamer dancing to Alexandra Stan's Mr. Saxo beat notably went viral as an exploitable green screen template on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, I guess that could partly be because of it. It still does kind of seem weird why so many people are using it, but I guess if that's the case, that kind of makes it sound like people are literally just doing it because it works to get views, which is really interesting. But yeah, I've seen comments from people on like YouTube videos like this saying, I'm just tired of seeing this guy's face on Instagram Reels. And before that, I wasn't really sure if this was an Instagram Reels or a TikTok or everything thing. And I guess from that Reddit thread, I didn't even think about until just now, I guess it did start on TikTok, but maybe it's more prevalent on Instagram right now. I'm really not sure. But yeah, that seems to be the case right now. I mean, I can scroll on Instagram Reels for 5 minutes and find like 50 posts using this guy unnecessarily. And if it really is just a thing where it was an easy template to use that works in the algorithm, then I'm kind of shocked it does work, just because of the fact that there is so many people who just block these accounts when they see them. But yeah, let me know if you guys have ran into a lot of these and what platforms you've ran into them on. Also, can we stop the "no problem, here's the information about the Mercedes CLR GTR" type descriptions? Maybe people are just doing them because they work in the algorithm, but they're starting to get annoying. And honestly, I think that's about it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.